So there's some truly crazy implications in this chapter, and also Bakugo's back, so let's get into it. Title of the chapter is Dark Cloud. The chapter starts with Endeavor on the phone with Deku. He tells him that they're changing plans because Deku's body won't hold up much longer, and the requests for international heroes have been approved, so they'll be able to count on more people. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I think back in like chapter 303, it was revealed that they submitted a request for international's hero support. And we were only able to see like the silhouettes at that point, but we were able to make out one of them for sure, and it was Ectoplant, who's an American hero. Also, he shows up in like the new movie, or at least from what the trailer shows, so I think that confirms that that's him for sure. But as for the other characters, maybe we saw them in the trailer for the new movie, not really sure. But regardless, these guys are coming into the story, and I'm really looking forward to them because new heroes, first of all, that's always fun. But second of all, international heroes, which is very different because the main continuity of the series hardly ever touches on that stuff. But the heroes definitely need the help right now because, you know, they're losing heroes left and right. Like in the last chapter, it was revealed that Death Arms had retired. And before that, it was revealed that All For One has like his own League of Villains B team right now. So yeah. Endeavor says that Deku is the key, so he can't go and get his body destroyed like that. But Deku replies saying that he could still keep going. So I guess that's going to be like the main theme of the chapter, like Izuku working to the bone. Like for a while now, it's been implied that he's hardly been sleeping, if not sleeping at all, not resting or anything. He's just go, 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 danger sense, on to the next thing. And it appears that his body like can't keep up with this lifestyle much longer. All the One For All users are warning that his body's not fully healed yet, so he should stop for a while. Danger sense activates at the same time, and Deku goes away, ignoring everything they said. Now we're inside One For All. Nana is worried that her words may have become a burden for Deku, while Shinomori and Banjo, the 4th and 5th, are saying that his desire to save every single person is damaging himself. So this is interesting. Is this the first time we've ever seen like the Vestiges like talking amongst themselves? And also, are they like always there? You know, like, are they always just like existing and just watching what Izuku is doing? I hope not, because when I think about that, it sends me into like an existential crisis. The second user, on the other hand, thinks Deku is doing the right thing and that in the current situation, he has to keep moving forward. He says, but if someone is able to assist him, and the scene cuts. So that someone is going to be revealed. And considering the crazy implications I was talking about, you probably figure out who it is. Deku is now fighting in a shopping mall. He's using Black Whip against multiple small fries after defeating all of them. He asks a woman if she's okay, but she's completely scared of Deku, thinking he's one of All For One's underlings, and running away. Before Deku could go after her, Danger Sense activates again, and he's on the go. So yeah, this is like picking up from the end of the previous chapter, where he's developed like this menacing aesthetic because of like the lifestyle that he's living. And we saw like third-party dialogue also at the end of that chapter where people were saying like, he has multiple quirks. Is he a Nomu? Is he one of All For One's underlings? Is he even a hero? While soaring through the skies, Deku wonders about Shigaraki and the League's whereabouts. He thinks to himself that he has to stop all of them before they hurt the ones he loves, and that his duty is to complete One For All so everyone can be safe and sound. He also said that he's doing all of this so that everyone could feel safe and that he could smile together with everyone. So obviously Deku's heart is in the right place. I mean, it always really has been. It's just the way that he's going about things maybe isn't necessarily correct. He's kind of getting like obsessed about this, like not in a good way. And this is for sure going to come to like a boiling point. I mean, it's all kind of setting up that Izuku is going to have like this crash or something, which I think is going to, you know, take us out of this dark Deku arc or whatever you want to call it. He arrived at Kamino's Ground Zero, right in front of All Might's statue. He spotted a Tartarus jailbreaker who was also All For One's hired gun. This villain is called Dictator. In Japanese, his quirk is called Dokusai, which also means dictator, where he can control people, and the ways to release his quirk were if the victim got hurt by a strong force or if Dictator himself got knocked out. Deku activated his own quirk and asked him about All For One's whereabouts, and the Dictator sent civilians to go after Deku. Alright, so we got a new villain here, and this guy looks like it was something that Tim Burton would make. Like, he has like the Cheshire Cat grin, but also he kind of like has the frame of Gru from Despicable Me. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe this guy, but yeah, he's like a Tim Burton Gru guy with a mask maybe. But as for his quirk, it seems to be a fusion between like Trumpet's quirk from the Liberation Army and Shinso's quirk. The civilians charged towards Deku as they explained that their bodies moved against their will. Deku received all the civilians' attacks without fighting back as he tried to find a way to stop the quirk. And at that time, Bakugo arrived from above and shot Dictator's head with an AP shot. The panel showed a flashback of when the second user explained that what Deku did was right because he can't stop in this situation. But if someone were to assist / support / complete Izuku right now, that person would be, and then the panel showed Bakugo talking on his phone, informing those who are on the other side of the phone that he found Deku. End of chapter. So this is great. Big fan of Bakugo, obviously. And I love that he's been like looking for him because it totally makes sense because he would. I'm sure there's other, Class 1A members out there looking for him as well. And also we haven't seen him in a very long time. I think maybe close to 6 months at this point. But the major thing here is what the second user is saying. If someone were to assist or support or complete Izuku right now, that person would be, and then it shows Bakugo. So obviously that means he's talking about Bakugo, right? And this is significant because, at this point, if you don't know, there's been like this theory floating around for a few years now that the second user is in fact Bakugo. So what does this mean? Is this confirming that he is Bakugo? Well, no, not yet, of course, but it's pretty interesting, right? Now, is the second user referring to Bakugo here because, like the vestiges are what we were just talking about. They're basically like vicariously living through Izuku, right? And they're able to like feel his emotions and stuff like that. So I guess it would make sense the second user is aware of Izuku's relationships and the people around him and stuff. So he'd be like, yeah, Bakugo, he's maybe similar to me and he's the kind of attitude that we need right now to support Izuku's attitude. I guess that's what Occam's razor says right now. But also, we could just throw that out the window and say, maybe he's referring to Bakugo because he is Bakugo from the future's past, or from the past's future. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm really excited to see how Bakugo is going to react to Izuku here and vice versa. They certainly have a lot to talk about and a lot of Deku Bakugo, fun interactions to have. Pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think about these spoilers in the comments. What do you think's going on with Bakugo? Let me know. And if you like the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.